Hi guys, Quinn here from GadgetGuy.com.au. Been a tech journal for over 25 years. So in my hands now, I have the new Samsung Galaxy Z series. This is their Fold3 5G foldable smartphone. This is the third generation, the very sort of latest hot in my hands version of it here. I'm going to do a quick unboxing as well as tell you about all the new features you can expect and how Samsung is really going to try to rebuild your confidence, so you might just want to make the leap into the foldable phone world. So why is the Fold 3 so important to Samsung? Well, they are saying that since 2020, they've seen exponential growth in the sort of foldable phone category, and they're expecting it to triple in 2021. So yeah, this is a big deal for them. Also, they've kind of listened to what people have said about their previous foldable phones. We all know that they had a pretty dismal launch with the first foldable, where they had issues with grit and sand getting inside of it, the film on the foldable display lifting off and things like that. But this is the third generation now, so there's a lot of improvements, and they really want to get people feeling comfortable and confident using or taking the leap to a foldable phone. So anyway, let's take a look inside. Okay, so taking a look on the inside here, we'll take off the box. Take this off. Lots of reflections there. And there we have the new Fold 3. This one is in black, but there are some other color choices. What you'll notice here is that there isn't a charger in this box. So just like Apple, you can expect that you'll have to use your old chargers, which is a bit of a pain because Samsung does have a fast charge, and not all chargers will necessarily have the wattage that you'll want to give it the optimum charging speed. So yeah, there we go, let's turn it on here. Something to keep in mind. There's no headphone jack either, so you'll need to bring your own headphones, although Samsung will have some pretty cool bundling deals if you pre-order this phone. We don't have that announced yet, but we'll find out very soon what you can get if you do the pre-order, so definitely keep an eye on that. Okay, so I now have set it all up. You can see here it's, yeah, it looks very similar. Looks quite similar to the old Folds on first look. However, there are some real improvements to the durability. So first off, it is finally water resistant, which is a fantastic thing. Great to see this, because otherwise, you know, we're quite used to now our phones being able to withstand getting wet. And this is now IPX8 water resistant. So it doesn't have dust resistance, but it can be submerged over 1 meter of water for longer than 30 minutes continuously, as long as it's not salt water or other liquids. So a great tick there. Also, the screen, the inner screen, which is something that always made me a bit nervous. Now in its third generation, it is now 80% more scratch resistant or more durable. So that should resist things like bits of grit or sand, or if you get some keys against it. And 80% is a big jump. Obviously, I haven't used it for very long, but that's what they're saying. So yeah, I'm impressed with that. There's also, they're also moved to a new outer harder glass as well. So that's to protect the outer side of the case, the screen here. And it is now not Gorilla Glass 6, which was what the previous version was. It is now Gorilla Glass Victus, I believe, and that is, again, harder and more scratch resistant, so the outer should be more protected too. Basically just means you can use it more like you would in your everyday life, like a normal phone. You don't have to sort of baby it as much. They have now moved to a harder aluminum or a stronger aluminum for the hinge and the chassis, meaning that you get another 10% rigidity and strength. Fantastic again. So if you put it in your back pocket, you might sit on it. You don't have to worry about it creaking or bending. So again, a real improvement there. And lastly, they've shaved off about 1 millimeter of total, I guess, width or thickness. Each side of this is now slightly thinner, which makes up just about 1 millimeter. So it's not a huge change, but you're seeing a little bit lighter and a little bit thinner device, so less bulky in your pocket, which is great. So next, there's been improvements to the main screen, or the foldable screen. It gets brighter now. It's 29% brighter, so Can't really tell on camera, but it's actually a brighter screen, and it's also a 120 hertz screen. So what that means is that now it is just buttery smooth when you're actually doing things like web browsing. The scrolling will be incredibly smooth. It's pretty much as smooth as a screen can get. So improved brightness as well as screen smoothness is a real plus. Another advanced bit of technology is that we see the first ever, well actually there's some other, I think Xiaomi has come out with this too, but we see a under-screen camera, meaning that there is a camera here, but there is no camera cutout anymore. I think we'll see more of that this year. But so effectively that means that just the screen's not interrupted by having that hole there. The camera itself is a 4 megapixel, I guess, selfie camera. You use it mainly for that. But it's probably worth commenting too that although this device does have 6 cameras, we really haven't seen a drastic increase in camera technology like you do see on the Galaxy S21. For example, this is sort of still fairly standard. You got your wide, your ultra wide, and your telephoto just up to, I think it's 12 times zoom. So it's not a super step forward, it's more about durability on this device. So inside the Fold 3 we have the Snapdragon 888 processor. It's very powerful, cutting edge. It's great for driving a device of sort of this quality. And you know, I think you'll be fine with that. It offers a good combination of battery life as well. It's quite efficient. So yeah, good choice there. What we are also seeing, and something that some people absolutely love, is that the S Pen is coming to the Fold 3. That means that it doesn't actually have a place where you slide the S Pen in, and you do have to buy it separately. And there are 2 versions. One that has Bluetooth and one that doesn't. The one that doesn't have Bluetooth is cheaper. It's kind of made just for using here, whereas you buy the other one if you wanted to use it with other Samsung devices. But S Pen support is coming. Dolby Atmos speakers are also added, so you'll be able to rock out to your music or watch some great movies with a bit more of a surround sound stage. How good that is, I guess we'll test and find out. And lastly, it comes in 3 colors. There's Phantom Black, Phantom Silver, and a Phantom Green, and a nice matte finish here, which we'll see on the other colors too. So all up, look, I think Samsung is just addressing that durability issue. They really, really want people to make that leap. They're giving it, a more sort of stronger, more robust chassis. They're giving it a far harder and more scratch-resistant inner screen and outer screens as well. Water resistance, which is fantastic. And lastly, they've made a huge leap on price. So this model actually drops $500 versus the last model. So I think in Australia that comes down to, what is it, from $2,999 down to $2,499. So they really want people to jump in and experience this for the sort of power users, can do everything type of phone. So yeah, exciting for Samsung, and keep an eye out for the bundle deals that will be coming out with it. Thanks for joining me for this quick little take on the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 5G.